Welcome to my mini-series on overhead stability within my larger series, Kettlebell Sports Science. For this first episode on the overhead stability series, we're going to be looking at the relationship between shoulder, upper back, and lower back. So here we have our trusty spine. We have our neck, which is our cervical spine, our thoracic spine, our upper back, then our lower back, which is the lumbar spine. Now, when we bring our arms overhead, did you know that we actually need to have a certain amount of thoracic extension? Meaning that once we're actually bringing our arms overhead, we need to have a little bit of this motion over here. However, in today's society where we're always hunched over at a desk and all those other things, we tend to have fairly locked up, so to speak, thoracic spines. Thus, if we don't have enough mobility here, if we're going to bring our arms overhead, one of two things are either going to happen. One, we're not going to have full flexion, or we're going to compensate somewhere else. So as we can see in the actual example right next to me here, if we don't have enough shoulder flexion, which can be caused by many different things, but today we're going to be focusing more on the thoracic spine. If we don't have enough shoulder flexion, in order for us to actually get more rest overhead, we're actually going to be compensating somewhere else in the spine so that we're actually faking essentially shoulder flexion by extending excessively at the lumbar spine or even the thoracolumbar spine, which is the junction between your upper and your lower back over here. One of the ways that we can actually help correct this particular dysfunction is to help increase thoracic extension. And that's what we're going to be looking at right now. Now, a simple but yet effective exercise in order to help increase thoracic mobility is doing a stretch in this particular fashion. So just kneel in front of a chair, put both of your elbows onto the actual chair, and what we're going to do is actually push your elbows down into the chair, so do an isometric contraction here. Hold it for a good 10 seconds or so. Then once you relax, release, and then push your thoracic spine towards the floor. So think of it as pushing your nipples towards the floor essentially. So what you should be feeling are these muscles up here squeezing really, really hard. So we go here. Then once we're down here for a little while, push back into the to the chair. Hold 7 to 10 seconds. Then relax while squeezing your upper back, driving your nipples down into the floor. Now, when we're doing this, we're being careful not to fake the motion by arcing the low back, okay? So try to be as strict as we actually can be. So another way we can do this is actually by grabbing a foam roller in front of your kettlebells over here. So put the foam roller down, then you're just going to put your upper back onto the actual foam roller, and we're going to find a spot where we have very low mobility. So we're basically using the foam roller as a fulcrum. So we're going to use the fulcrum to find a spot where we're not able to actually extend backwards. So let's say, for instance, right here is very stiff for me, I can't do it. So what we're going to do, similar to what we just did earlier, we're going to actually use this and pull into the kettlebells, so as if you're doing like a lat pull down essentially, or this motion. Hold that for 7 to 10 seconds, then relax and arc right at the fulcrum. Again, being careful not to arch your low back or let your ribs flare out excessively. We're really trying to focus all the motion right over the foam roller. Once more, once you relax into that position, pull into it again, hold, 7 to 10 seconds, then relax. So that's it, try that out. Do this exercise literally every day, and this will actually help to increase your upper back mobility. That's all. all we have for today. So please subscribe to my channel, much appreciated. Like this video. Let me know if you have any other suggestions for other videos, which would be very helpful. And leave a comment below to tell me what your favorite thoracic mobility exercise is. Until next time.